I've been thinking, like, I've mentioned this before, but I've been thinking about it in depth, right? The Pet Shop Boys are, if not responsible for, they're at least symptomatic
This is
or
a
emblematic
continuation
of
of
the.
an earlier conversation we've had, by the way.
Yeah. The Pet Shop Boys are emblematic of the decline of Western civilization. Now, as a homosexual myself, I'm not saying it because I like lots of gay bands. I like Erasure. Being from the same era, I like Erasure, Mark Armand, the Communards. I'm fine with all that. Right, but the Pet Shop Boys, they had to cover a fucking Willie Nelson song. Right? It's the disdain for anything blue collar. You know, Elvis did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's an Elvis stroke Willie Nelson song that is known for that. They had to cover it and gay the shit out of it just to rub the unemployed coal miner's face in it. Say, no, everything's gay now, even things you like.
Yeah, I mean, you see that a lot going on now with, like, how like comic books and fucking Star Wars and stuff that's traditionally guy stuff is now like, well, now we're gonna do it with girls and gay guys. How do you like that, bigots?
Yeah, but my point is that the Pet Shop Boys started it. All this fucking gaying up of Star Wars and all that all started with the Pet Shop Boys.
Wow, that's a theory.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. The other night at work, I was thinking maybe we could do a spin-off conspiracy theory podcast, which because
you're on
you're
on that now, right now.
Yeah, but we could spin one off of this one and do a monthly show with a new theory blaming the Pet Shop Boys for something else.
I'd subscribe.
Yeah, for instance, right now here's the thing. They covered "Always on My Mind" by Willie Nelson, right? Or it was actually by some other fucker, wasn't it? And then Elvis did it, and then Willie Nelson. But it's known as being
when I think
Elvis
of "You Were Always on My Mind," I think of the fucking Willie Nelson version. Yes,
it's the best version of it. And it was the last version of it to be released before the Pet Shop Boys did it as well. But in 2014, the BBC did a poll, right? And "Always on My Mind" by the Pet Shop Boys was voted the best cover version of all time.
Wow.
Mission accomplished. I mean, can you imagine that? It was so Elvis's version was a cover version of the same song, as was Willie Nelson's, but BBC listeners have been so brainwashed by this movement, started by the Pet Shop Boys, I contend, that they willingly voted the Pet Shop Boys better than Elvis or Willie Nelson version of the same fucking song, which are clearly, and even the Pet Shop Boys, I'm sure, if you got them drunk enough and gave them enough poppers, would say, yes, Elvis and Willie Nelson's version of it.
Let me tell you. Let me take that one step further. Not only did they make it a vastly inferior version, but now you have to contend with the fact that every time you hear it, you're hearing a gay man talk about a larger gay man who's going to put his turgid cock into his asshole, and he can't stop thinking about it. He can't get it out of his mind.
Well, I don't mind that part of it.